You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
And I was so worried that I wouldn't have enough to talk about today, that I made a huge list of things that had come up and occurred to me during the week, and then it all just falls in my lap in the past 20 minutes. Oh yes, I saw that as well, True North, that Bakhtiari's contract got restructured, so yes, that is a sign of where the Packers are looking, I suppose. But yeah, Mark Murphy opened his mouth today in an interview at a volleyball tournament and said perhaps more than he was supposed to say. You know, nothing that was outright damning as far as casting blame or, revealing where bodies were buried. But, yeah. The quiet part out loud is a very good way of putting it, Luke. And, as we know, it's always the silent but deadly ones here on Ass Talk that we have to worry about the most. Hey everybody, my name is Jim B. I'm here on 1069 Click FM. Holy shit, what a week of sports. Not just the amount of fun that I have had watching the Big Ten. By the way, Ohio State is doing their best to ruin everybody's time, and I think they have now made it to the semifinals of the Big Ten tourney. So, they're on their bullshit again. Ohio State is on their bullshit again. Oh. But yeah. And that's all I'm really gonna say about the whole Mark Murphy thing, because other people can talk more eloquently about it than I can. And because just after that, it got revealed that the Bears had traded the number 1 overall pick in this upcoming NFL draft to the Carolina Panthers for a 9th, 61st, a first rounder next year, a second rounder 2 years from now, and wide receiver DJ Moore. Chicago, yes, they won that trade completely. They got a great haul. They stay in the first round and are still going to pick relatively high, considering. They get a nice piece at receiver, which I'm sure Justin Fields would be very happy about. And from what I could tell, DJ Moore gave the shocked face on Twitter, and the Bears community was there to welcome him to the team. So I don't doubt that Chicago is going to be an interesting team to watch and probably much more fun next year. Zach, one of the mods from Grossi's channel, was celebrating. My question is for the Panthers. Yeah, this takes away a major offensive weapon for them, but please correct me if I'm wrong. I absolutely want to be wrong on this, but Frank Reich is basically in charge of the Panthers now, right? He never was really known for running pass-heavy offenses. So it just seems that they are looking a different way and going to be playing more off of their already established run game and defense. that reared its head last season and made things a little bit more interesting in the NFC South. Oh yeah, where in the NFC North is Zadarius Smith going to go next? Oh, Justin Fields, he is probably like outshining the lights downtown on the Hancock Tower right now with how much he is smiling. I mean, a definite wide receiver one, and and you still get some picks that you can use to, I don't know, improve your O line. Yeah, we might as well. I guess if he punches his card at all four NFC North teams, I think he becomes mayor. I think he becomes mayor of Milwaukee. I'm not sure if that's a blessing or a curse, but yeah, things are going to be exciting. My other thought is I am terrified for whoever will have to compete with Sam Darnold for the starting job in Carolina, plus what kind of experience they will have just as a QB on a team that, according to one person I spoke to, needs work on their own offensive line. And True North is not worried that he's sure that the Bears will screw it up. All right. All right. I wish I had your confidence, True North. But sometimes it's just uncertainty. Oh, by the way, in case any of you are keeping up on this, uh, Luka Doncic, I think that's how his name, one of the stars for the Mavericks, he left a loss to the Pelicans with a hamstring injury, and now he's not going to be playing tomorrow due to what is described as personal reasons. So, if you're keeping track of the Mavs, they might be without their guy for a little while. As far as I know, there is no Karl goes vroom because Grand Prix and IndyCar racing aren't happening this weekend. So, moving on. James Robinson has actually just been announced as a free agent. He was with the New York Jets after that trade last season with the Jaguars, but apparently now they're deciding to cut ties. Oh, you think Bryce Young is going to go to Carolina? There's something in particular about him that you think makes him more suited to Carolina, or that they're looking for in him? The other question that I have is, wait, are the Vikings really in such bad shape that they did not, it seems, want to keep anybody? They are just slashing players left and right from the roster. Is their cap situation that screwed? I saw that, True North. Tua is getting the fifth-year tag. So, yeah, let's hope that it is a uneventful and healthy year for Tua. Also, if anybody has an opinion, I know currently the Saints are trying to restructure Michael Thomas's contract. It's not done yet. But is that the best way to solve the problem of the constantly injured Michael Thomas? And after what has happened today, I think the Lions are going to be just holding on to the 6th and 18 picks. It seems the Bears have decided to take our spot this year as the team making all of the big flashy moves. Perhaps True North, but I also saw that they have released one of their corners as well. the Giants officially have 11 picks in the draft. So you all are going to have a very, very eventful day. A lot of picks to go through. All right, let me see. Oh, by the way, also kind of just broke today that the Flyers have just fired their president and their general manager. So at least some bit of progress that they can feel good about in Philadelphia. I did see that the Packers have restructured Bakhtiari, and I think I saw that a number of quickie news posts today that there is a good amount of restructuring going on. Teams finally picking up the idea that cap space matters. Oh yeah, I saw the compensatory picks. I'm still not quite sure how the system on that works, but I'm sure it's working. Let me see. Also, does anybody know if Dan Snyder has fled the country yet? I'm trying to keep my ears open, but I haven't heard anything. Maybe you all know something. Also, for maybe the 6 people here who are interested in baseball, can the Astros repeat? And is there anything in any team in the American League that can stop them? Let's see. Nope, it hasn't been 40 days yet, so we're not going to talk about the Buccaneers. Possibility of South Carolina being dethroned in NCAA women's basketball? Perhaps. Yeah. Oh, I saw, Logan. Mod chat kind of exploded when it happened. And in all directions, from every single fandom in the NFC North. So for us Lions fans, in case you're wondering, it was just sitting back and taking it all in. It's all part of the show at this point. Oh, most important question of the day, but unfortunately one that I don't think is going to be answered, is why, oh why, are those morons in the XFL not letting them do the beer cup snake? They keep on destroying it every time the fans make it. If this is some serious effort to be more like the NFL, then no, that's part of the charm of these leagues, is that silly shit like that can happen. Yeah, I saw that as well, True North. We have a bank failure out in California, who apparently they were one of the ones who had heavily divested into cryptocurrency. So, tiny violin. Sorry. Oh boy. Tom already has the video up. Let's all head over and take a look. Maybe that's why nobody's here yet. Or it could just be a weird Friday. Let's see. Subscriptions. Oh, yep. All right. And for the next few minutes. Oh, for the next 1 minute, 52 seconds, this becomes a reaction channel. Sorry. Yes, the Bears are celebrating. And then reality sets in. Wow, the Bears are that excited? The Bears think they're going to be that good next season. You know, possibly. Yeah, Lions think they're still winning the division. Oh, poor Panthers fans. I mean, you got the pick, but that's what I'm that's what I'm not sure about either. Because either way, the money has been agreed to. It's just getting, paid out further down the road. That that could just carry over to another team depending on how much Packers want to pay and how much the next team wants to pay. You think they'll all follow Rodgers to Winnipeg? Well, if they've been doing these skating lessons in their own time, then, hey, best of luck to them. Uh, it's alright, Aaron. I remember my first beer. Alright, let's see. What else had I noted? NHL wise, Caps are not going anywhere in the playoffs, assuming they do make it. The Dallas Stars scare the hell out of me. The Red Wings are still a work in progress. And I'm very much under the impression that this could be the Carolina Hurricanes year. I know that upsets you to hear it, Luke, but, you know, they seem like one of the few teams that could take out both the Lightning and the Bruins. Let's see. Nope, we covered that. We covered that. And, uh-oh, we got something extra from Zach in the group chat. Lucas just told me to check out. Okay, according to some evaluation, the Bears picked up the equivalent of the 8th overall pick, along with DJ Moore, for an APY gain estimated of over 32 million. Those are words, and they definitely come together to make a sentence. I understand that. Like, I can see where it all fits together grammatically, but otherwise, I'm just going to assume it meant they done good. Oh yeah, the Bruins do look scary. It's like the most that the rest of the league can hope for, that the President's Trophy curse is still a real thing. Neither True nor Logan think that the Bears are going to get any better. You know what? That is a question for next season, but between what looks like Minnesota deciding to tear things down to the foundation, And then the uncertainty with the Packers, the Lions, I guess, gaining more hype. We can't know what track the Bears are going to take until the season goes on. And I think much more of the Bears getting better, True North, is not really going to be from, just DJ Moore showing up, but also one, using him effectively, and, the whole team getting in sync with each other, which, under this coach, we haven't seen that really happen yet, except for the fact that they had a really great running game. Respect for it. However, the passing was an absolute disaster. We gotta see an improvement there. And we gotta keep it off the legs of Justin Fields, because that's the way you're gonna keep him for much longer. Oh, don't worry, True North. I'm sure we will, but until we do, I'm gonna enjoy the ride. It seems silly that they would just pick him up, Logan, and then, I don't know, put him to work serving the chili out on the concourse. I mean, it would be an especially bold move. Like, that scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail where the French are just throwing live animals over the castle wall? That's actually a flex that they were doing. They were saying, essentially, to Arthur and his charging knights, we have more than enough food. We are willing to waste our livestock on repelling your wimpy attack, because that's how well off we are. If the Bears just decide to put DJ Moore on chili serving duty, that, depending on who turned off, would be a flex. Hey. Some classics still live on. Still live on. Oh, and there's that focus on the top pick again. Is it Richardson, Stroud, Young, Keys from Kentucky, or... That's all it's going to be on ESPN. I'm only keeping it on because the Big 12 game that I'm covering tonight, Kansas versus Iowa State, is going to be on ESPN, essentially at the top of the hour, assuming they don't screw anything up. Let's see. We need to cover that. That covered that. I did put down here, what do the Cardinals do, but I don't think anybody has an answer for that. They just feel like they're lost. Oh, and this was the thing that had been kind of barreling around my mind. Was there a way to look at the facts of the Daniel Jones contract and see any logic behind it? I think Derek Carr puts them on the bubble. However, just from how lackluster and injury-ridden they were last year, I would say they could make things interesting. Logic is that New Jersey have an out in 2 years. And you were talking about, I'm assuming you're talking about the Giants right now, Luke, and not the Jets? Because as we know, there are two teams in New Jersey, so it helps to differentiate. One of tonight's sponsors actually is Vintner's Sweet Southern Heat Barbecue Chips. If Angie wasn't asleep right now in her little tower, she'd be trying to get these out of the bag. All right. No, I don't think Lamar goes to the Lions. I don't think we would promise him all that money while we're still working to, figure out if Jared Goff is going to stay. That will very much depend on how things go with him this year. And two, the insistence by Lamar on the guaranteed money. And I hear chatter come into my ear about about Lions players wanting to stay, being willing to take pay cuts. I can't attest to all of them. But I also just don't think that Dan Campbell would deal with him, would want to deal with him on the team. Oh yeah, we've got background, Angie. Briefly poking her head in before realizing she was on camera. Thielen release, he doesn't seem to have been too affected by it, honestly. I think with the Giants, this is a sign that they believe right now they can do something special with the combination of Daniel Jones, Brian Dable, and just fixing the current roster that they have now through whatever means are available to them, free agency and the draft. That if they could get to the divisional round in what was expected to be an awful year for them, they are willing to bet their money on Daniel Jones, and he is willing, as a mobile QB, to put his body on the line in what could be a very long odds push for the Giants to win a title. So, if he does what he needs to and puts his body on the line, because like AJ Dillon said in his chat earlier today, there is a limited time window on many players, especially, for running backs and, mobile QBs, because your body will get beat to shit. And I think this just seems like an agreement between Daniel Jones and the Giants organization. We both want something, and here is how much we're willing to commit to get it. Honestly, I wouldn't at all be surprised if he just ended up going to the Commanders. It seems like the most obvious and dumbest choice at this point, because Dan Snyder cannot resist him some flashy moves, and there would be none flashier than signing Lamar Jackson. it's not that the bathrooms don't work. It's the sewage. It's the actual removal of the poo water from the stadium that doesn't work. I mean, you don't want to get sued by Dan Snyder, do you, True North? And yeah, William, the next couple of years are going to be very, very interesting for the Giants. And very interesting for the Jets as well. But hey, this is the nature of the beast in the NFL, that things are always shifting and changing. The character of the teams, the personnel makeup, it's in almost constant flux. Oh, nice. Oh, and by the way, if anybody who's sticking around for the game, just in case the Big 12 matchup sucks major swamp water, there's also going to be Penn State versus Northwestern in the Big X. That will be going on at about 6:30, I think it starts. So if that one's a washout, we'll flip between the two. Try our best to keep track of them. Oh yeah, True North. Definitely, I think that's definitely the reaction that the Washington fan base would have, is that it's RG3 Part 2. And I would await with mirth and glee all of Robert Griffin III's snarky commentary online and through any media outlets that he has contracts with, directed toward the commies and Lamar Jackson. Like, that happens, NFL media community is going to have lazy jokes written for at least the next 2 years. Oh dear. And they still have cap space. Why do they have to have cap space? Yep, there comes the video about them moving on. It says yes. And those things are done. Yeah, honestly, it'd probably be the best spot for him, but I am not sure that they have the room to bring him in. Hello, Tyler. Welcome. I guess this is a question that I could ask you, Tyler, because I know you're big into baseball. It's not your league, but do you think the Astros can repeat? And is there anyone in the AL who you think could stop them from getting back to the World Series? Oh, hello, Ishii. You're just in time for all the fun. I actually heard, I think that Mr. Brock Purdy had his surgery, and it's expected, I think, 3 months of recovery time, and then rehab starts. Too early to answer that question? Hey, people are willing to prognosticate early in all the other sports. Got to be an opportunity to do that in baseball. The Yankees. All right. The Yankees did sign their big big popular person, right? Aaron Judge, is that his name? Jimmy G, I just assume he stays on the 49ers forever and Rita has to keep drawing him until she's like doing giant Italian frescoes on the sides of buildings because she gets tired of working in the medium of online cartoons. No, no, no. At this point, Ishii, he is going to be like Milton in the movie Office Space. He'll actually have gotten cut. He's actually cut 3 years prior, and nobody ever bothered to tell him. But for some unknown reason, he still gets paid to show up. That is the only possible thing that I can see happening. Oh, what use would New England have for Jimmy G? And why isn't anybody talking about New England as a landing spot for Lamar Jackson? Oh God, Jimmy G to Indy? You really want to punish him by sending him to the Colts? Man, that is cruel, Luke. That is just downright cruel and kind of morbid. Coach Bill and Lamar equals no. Okay, okay. Oh, Adrian Autry is being interviewed on Sports Center right now, who's apparently named Syracuse's new men's basketball coach. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if classic as much as traditional, you know, because we kind of just don't know why we do it anymore. It just happens and we don't question it. Send Jared Goff to the Colts. Hmm. Yeah. Well, if he falls off, or I don't know, develops a sudden accelerated case of leprosy, maybe we could get a fourth for him. Maybe. See, that would be a nice landing spot, honestly. Jimmy G to the Kansas City Chiefs. He can take Chad Henne's place as the backup QB. And hey, who knows? Maybe even take over for Mahomes if he overdoes it in another Super Bowl that he goes to. You know, not that I'm absolutely rooting for that, but it would be kind of fun to watch. Oh, oh, I'm sure there's some things that Jimmy G could teach Mahomes too, but they're not suitable for talking about on such a public forum with the children listening. All right, let's see. There's there any other things that? Oh yeah. Oh, of course there was. The Celtics are losing. How? The Nuggets are still good, even though they did get beat by Chicago this week at home by around 20. Day's going well, Ishii. I'm stocked up on cat food. The cats have been fed, by the way, so there's nothing to worry about there. I've just been honestly bowled over by everything that has been happening today in the sports world. It's just been a lot. You say the Lakers are playing better without LeBron. I'm not saying True North. I'm just saying. And I'm already out of coffee. Damn. Holmes should take a page out of Roger's book and disown his family. Well, there's plenty of time for that, Luke. You know, give us a few more like really blatant public screw-ups by any of his family members. Yeah. We'll bring out our next sponsor for what is this super long, essentially ass talk / another stupid sports show, because we're going to go right into the Kansas-Iowa State game as soon as it begins, which is supposed to be at the top of the hour. This nonsense is also brought to you by Sioux City Sarsaparilla. Yeah, I know that. See, that one does make sense, Tyler, of Lamar Jackson going to the Falcons, but I also thought I had heard that they were going to be focusing on developing their QB that they drafted last year and just building around him. Yeah, I got reminded of Ja Morant today, walking by a big cardboard cutout of him next to a Powerade display at the local Schnucks. And is Mr. Morant still suspended? Let's see, on March 5th, they state there's no timetable for his return to the team. On March 8th, they announced he would be away from the team for at least the next 4 games. He would be leaving. He also had released a statement stating he would be leaving the team for an indefinite amount of time. Oh, Lamar to Vegas. Now, that could be interesting. I don't think Vegas could afford him unless, I don't know, they actually signed over like a minority stake in ownership of the team to him. I don't think that Mark Davis is dumb enough to do something like that, but that team is also very cash poor at the moment. I mean, they'd have to sell a lot of showgirls' organs to, get that without having to, get even more loans than they already have. I'm still not seeing an official suspension as being listed for Morant, but more like the Grizzlies and him are trying to keep it as unofficial and very casual as possible. Like, we have agreed to this on both sides. No need to have further investigation. Just trying to make it disappear as quickly as they possibly can. Stream starts for that when the game starts, which is essentially going to be at the top of the hour. I honestly thought I would just make one long stream out of this because it seemed, well, kind of daft to, make two streams for just going off early and then waiting 10 minutes and then starting another one up. I was rather, I was rather going to challenge myself to, be able to get through the entire hour. And, well, what do you know? I already got through all the things on my list and I still have 14 minutes to go. How about Patrick Mahomes, his brother go to jail? Yeah. There's a whole rant about family that I could go into, but this really isn't the time or place for it. I'm just saying from a, I guess, the viewpoint of somebody who has seen countless sports and celebrity fuck ups over the course of my life. Uh, like Patrick needs to get some sense into his brother's head real quick, or he could quickly become persona non grata, not just to the to the Kansas City Chiefs organization, but also to Patrick himself. And I'm sure that he would do everything he could to monetize that if it happened, but that could backfire on him a little bit more than he would expect. Kevin Durant will be evaluated in 2 weeks to determine the extent of his injury. Now let me see, because I thought I had heard about Durant being injured, but it sounded like something relatively minor. Ankle injury in pre-game fall. Let's see. He suffered a left ankle sprain on Wednesday, slipping during pre-game warm-ups in what was supposed to be his home debut against the Thunder. Okay. Getting these details from article on Yahoo Sports, by the way. He didn't suit up for the Suns until March 1st. He had missed his previous 20 games with a right knee injury. Okay. No wonder I never heard anybody talking this trade up, because Durant appears to be the walking wounded. Dang. How much will the Lions pay A.J. Dillon to get him away from the Packers? At the moment, we kind of don't need him. And we've got Jamal, we've got DeAndre Swift, we have a couple other choices that will come up for us from time to time, like Raymond or Reynolds. I think, honestly, I think we're just fine at the running position. We could be very content with letting the Packers keep A.J. Dillon. Although something just did occur to me, True to North. Would you say that in this past season, A.J. Dillon devolved, or stayed about the same as far as pass catching ability? And him being used in that respect for, the Packers offense. Oh, and the truth comes out. You like AJ, but he's limited in his run game abilities. Maybe at least Do y'all have extra larges at the Meadowlands, William? Or do they only go up to larges lest people get too greedy? Oh yeah, no, I think AJ is a good running back. I also am of the idea that unfortunately the Packers haven't been using their running backs optimally for at least the past season. Excuse me. Oh, also the Cowboys have apparently restructured the contracts of both Dak Prescott and Zach Martin and gained some cap space in the process. Leonard Floyd just got released by the Rams. Wow. Hey, it's not a quad competition. Speaking as somebody who used to have big quads from riding his bike all around Chicago, they're not all they're cracked up to be. I mean, it automatically disqualifies you from wearing a great many pants and jeans that are in traditionally accessible stores. Like, you gotta special order that stuff. Oh, if the Giants have any good taste, then maybe they'll offer the Packers a whole 4-pack of Sioux City sarsaparilla for AJ Dillon. Ooh, this is a oddly blunt take. AJ is a good bruiser back, but he is no Jones when it comes to the passing game, and Jones has passing game issues. AJ Dillon has been compared to Earl Campbell. I don't know who Earl Campbell is. I am more than willing to wait for you to enlighten me on who that is, Logan. Oh yeah, as soon as I kept hearing Pacheco's name get mentioned alongside the Chiefs, Tyler, I knew that y'all had finally scored on one. I was hopeful for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I guess injuries kind of took him out, and then yeah, you all scored on that one. Take care of him, and maybe pay him too. Oh yeah, that was definitely needed for today and this afternoon. Wow, did I really go through all these? Oh yeah. Um, is is Derrick Henry really going to be dealt from the Titans, or are just a lot of people hoping that he will be dealt from the Titans? Yeah, I thought so. Was he is Pacheco first year, second year? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure that I could handle any more breaking news. We already had so much today, and I still got to get adjusted to everything, and I mean everything that took place in the college basketball world. I mean, the scores are piling up as we speak. Oh, look, I was off. Penn State Northwestern has already started. They are halfway through the first, and it's 6-5? That cannot be right. That cannot be right. Hang on. Alright, we are going to solve this mystery together. Because how the holy hell can they be halfway through the first period and it be only 6-5? That's just silly. Alright, they're replaying things. Oh, there are the purple shirts. Those wonderful purple shirts that we know and love. Earl Campbell was a great running back for the Oilers. Oh. Nope, he was right. We're at 11-10, and it is 6-5. Northwestern over Penn State. We have gone 9 minutes and 50 seconds, and they've only scored 11 points. Holy crap. Oh, okay, it's tied now, 6-6. But yeah. Oh dear. Oh yeah, no, you guys gained a good amount, I imagine, with the restructuring. That should allow you to make a couple of moves. Maybe sweeten the pot for a couple current players, whoever you may feel your eye sets on first. Okay. Well, apparently we've just got a defensive battle going on in Chicago right now. And we just keep waiting and waiting for something resembling the Big 12 semifinal to start. In case I forget, and I probably will, tomorrow night I'm going to be going live for the Oilers-Leafs game. I'm excited for that one. Sunday, I'll be checking out Golden Knights versus the Blues. And I'm still taking requests for this Monday show. I know a bunch of you have already thrown a great number of requests in, but if you head over to the community tab, find the entry with the guy accidentally shooting himself in the head with a Nerf gun. Put your title and artist down in the comments section. Maybe a link if you want to get specific. Otherwise, you leave it to DJ discretion. And yeah. Remember, Logan, Monday is your birthday stream. Oh yeah, I'm trying to craft another good one for you, and I like how it's going so far. I'll do a quick rundown of the more interesting results from the men's basketball today. The NCAA. Purdue beat Rutgers by 5, 70-65. Florida Atlantic edged out Middle Tennessee, 68-65. Alabama wiped the floor with Mississippi State, 72-49. Houston over East Carolina, 60-46. Ohio State upsetting Michigan State by 10 points earlier today. Meanwhile, Texas Southern upset Alabama A&M in the SWAC tournament. North Texas took out UAB in Conference USA. Tennessee fell to Missouri, 16... Oh! Wait a minute. Yeah, Tennessee fell to Missouri, 79-71. Cincinnati beat Temple in the AAC tournament, 84-54. And Toledo is trying to wrap things up against Ohio in the MAC right now with a minute 15 to go. 67. Ohio currently trailing by 6 points, 73 to 67. Everything else is at halftime or just rounding down the first. Oh yeah, I know. Like I said, Tyler, y'all really lucked out with how Pacheco came together for you. You know? And, like I said, hopefully you pay the man what he's worth. Oh, they're actually showing the different colored shirts coming in. Looks like the lead up to the game has begun. So, we'll end this section of Ass Talk. And move on. And yeah, Rich Bisaccia staying on and becoming an assistant coach now. Definitely deserved. Yeah, I know that was a pointless transition, but I wanted a clear demarcation for the fact that we're talking about the sport, that we're actually looking at the sports now. We're starting to cover everybody on the Kansas end, like Jalen Wilson, showing up the interviews with him. Oh, Tom Clements is also staying on as the QB's coach for, I'm assuming, the Packers. Offhand, Tyler, I don't know how much cap space the Chiefs have. I'm sure there's got to be some kind person in a Discord somewhere who could help you with that. Let's see. Also going to be going on at the same time, we're going to have Miami and Duke going at it in the ACC tournament. The AAC tournament, University of Central Florida will be going up against number 2 Memphis, and Texas A&M will be taking on Arkansas in the SEC tournament. But whoop, before you know it, the game has begun. I'm going to get a lot of ball movement to start from the Jayhawks. Trying to figure out the ins and outs. I think of this Iowa State defense. Get a double team over at the baseline. Able to find a pass underneath to Adam. Gets his block from behind. A nice follow-up on the offensive rebound. Oh, wow. That's a good start. We get inside to the paint, and their focus immediately shifts. The Kansas City defense onto number 12. They apparently see him as a bit of a threat. Number 3 gets clear with a screen, gets 2. Nice. Chiefs currently have 9 million in cap space, and I have no doubt that they are currently at work on restructuring with everybody that they possibly can, and wouldn't surprise me if Mahomes is in there as well. Nice little bit of defensive control from Iowa State, forcing them to reset. Way downtown, that was a great 3-point shot from Jalen Morris. And now we have an offensive foul. Damn. Oh, poor Jets. Another one from the 3-point land for Wilson. Oh, I've been marking these wrong. Sorry, folks. I got confused because Kansas is on the other side of the score thing in the screen that I'm watching. Already in Iowa State in a bit of a hole. Under 18 minutes go in the first half. A contested shot, but he gathers up his own rebound. Another attempt from the top of the arc, and Iowa State pulls within 3. The Bucks are currently 45 million in the hole, and the Vikings are 9 million in the hole. Jeez. Oh, that one's off the mark, and Iowa State's coming back again. Nice feed inside, off the glass for number 0. Lead is down to 1. Trey King with the points inside. And the Saints are still 28 million. See, easy jumper for Wilson to put the lead back up to 3. They're apparently letting him do all of their offense tonight. Well, and there's a backcourt violation because of some great defensive play by Kansas. Whew. Let's get... Yep. All right. Eventually they inbound. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. They're trying to set up another screen for Wilson, daring him to go from 3-point land again, and he does. "11 points of Kansas' current 13 all have been scored by Jalen Wilson. So Harrison, nice block on the 3-point attempt. And Ushudi gets the offensive rebound, but it just rims out. And now Kansas speeding the other way. They're going to set up for another 3-pointer from Wilson. That one bounces off the front of the rim. Hello, MKI. Did a rundown of all the news that was fit to regurgitate. Clear the air a little bit and see if Iowa State can pull back even with Kansas. We've had a very exciting start to this Big 12 semifinal that's going on right now. Damn. We now have a timeout on the floor because of a turnover. And I believe the possession arrow currently sits with Iowa State. We'll switch that if it's not the case. Oh yeah, no, that number still frightens me, True North. 154 million positive cap space. That feels almost unheard of in the modern NFL to have that much money available. I got you, MKI. I'll try to keep as much information flowing your way as possible. Anybody else who is joined in, whether you're passing by or just lurking, that's all we're trying to do here. As I've said repeatedly, I'm the least knowledgeable sports YouTuber on this platform. So the only way that I think that I can contribute is by encouraging everybody to share the news and information as much as they can. Otherwise, we don't get a great picture of, the leagues and the teams from all angles, how they're all connected, how they affect each other, because it's not all in a vacuum. And the Texans have 164 available next season? Whew. Damn. Is that, would I be correct in assuming that's a consequence from getting Deshaun Watson the hell away from them? Or did they do a whole bunch of cutting and releasing to get that number? By the way, it's okay if you all can't answer these questions like immediately. You don't have to go research for me. It's just, you never know who's listening who might be able to answer it. And I'm perfectly okay with people correcting me or answering my questions down in the comments. You can do that too. It might even give me some incentive to read them from time to time. Well, thank you, Tyler. I don't know what specifically you were agreeing to because lag is a motherfucker while doing this. Excuse my French. But I appreciate it. Oh, St. John's has fired their coach because they never reached the NCAA tournament his entire tenure, and now they're expected to make Rick Pitino a target, who is currently at Iona, I believe. Georgia Tech has fired Josh Pastner. And Boehm is still going on about how much he loves being retired. Oh, we're out of coffee. We can't have that much more Sioux City sarsaparilla or it will do funny things to our insides. And Adams gets inside and the one as well. So that is going to be second foul now on Iowa State. Does not complete the three-point play. But, oh, and the alley-oop just off the dude's fingers under the rim. And now they show him how it's done on the other end just to rub salt in the wound. Oh, the cheers are coming up from the Kansas faithful. Holmes will get a 3 in response to get them down to 5. About Deshaun Watson, I gotcha. I'd say about 11, 12 letters. That's about it, Michael. And we apparently have found a foul away from the ball on Kansas. I wouldn't know because they immediately wanted to do a replay of that alley-oop that Kansas laid down again. Okay, yes, Kansas has received their first team foul. What for? I have no bloody idea. And now Iowa State. And will get it knocked away and draws the foul. Where are we at? 13-14 now to go. Kansas gets their second foul of the game. All right. Considering all that guaranteed money, I can't imagine that there's very much cap space for Cleveland. Yeah. That shot did not fall. Hello, Ron. I'm doing well. Just taking in the spectacle that is the Kansas Iowa State game and watching Jalen Watson essentially carry the entire team on his back. I think he now has 13 of the 19 points they've scored. And it gets stolen immediately by Kansas. Now there's a scramble that's continuing for the ball. It's gotten into the backcourt. And it will eventually get recovered by Iowa State. Okay. We're just getting all sorts of crazy going on here. And finally the alley-oop works. All right, now the lead is down to 5 again. They've trapped Wilson up court, and they're going to get a reach and foul on 24 from Iowa State. Dang. Get that foul count up to 3. And while we're thinking about it, we'll take a moment and check out the other scores as they are listed on the slow loading Google box scores. All right, currently halfway through the first half, USC is leading Memphis 15-13. Duke over Miami 11-7. A little over 5 minutes have elapsed in that game. Hey, Penn State and Northwestern remembered how to play. And now the score is 25-24. Penn State over Northwestern. A minute to go in the first half there. Marquette still holds the lead over UConn in the Big East tournament, 36-35. That just changed from 33 to 35 on their end. Currently, Iona is down a point to Niagara in the MAC tournament. I assume it's pronounced MAC because it has 2 A's. The MAC tournament. That's MAC, so it's MAC. 14:47 to go in the game there. And over in the MIAC tournament, Howard is leading Maryland Eastern 40-30. Barely 5 minutes gone in the second half of that one. And it's official. Toledo beats Ohio 82-75. The action just never stops. Until it does. Oh yeah, the Browns are in trouble for a while. They gotta keep finding space every damn year. Every damn year. They would have to score on a lot all at once. It feels like, just because of the position that they put themselves in financially and with personnel. Because I don't know their proper pronunciation, so I'm just going to exaggerate them in a way that sounds right to my very, very vacant head until I am corrected by someone who knows better. Also upcoming in the MAC tournament. See, there's a difference. Kent State versus Akron, number 2, number 3 is going to get started in about 8 minutes in the MIAC. NC Central will be facing Norfolk State at 7 p.m. Got Marist versus St. Peter's in another game from the MAC tournament. In the WAC, Sam Houston's going to take on Grand Canyon at 8 o'clock, and UCLA Oregon will happen for the Pac-12 at 8 as well. And also at some point, I assume, Maryland will face Indiana in the last game of the day for the Big Ten. I'm pretty confident there are going to be many more Indiana fans in the stands in Chicago than Maryland fans. All right. That's knocked off. That's checked off. Yeah. All right, 1 second on the shot clock, and a great block by Iowa State is able to get a takeaway on the inbound. A delayed screen. We got King looking at the baseline for some room. Works his way in. High off the backboard and in. Puts it down to 3 now. 16-19. Getting under 11 minutes here. Got a quick back pass, number 15 for the 3. Oh. Oh. Yeah. I'm intentionally leaving out the liquid contact with the floor, which completes the cat vomit sound, I have learned. And it is also one of the best alarm clocks known to humanity. And we get another foul. That's going to be on Kansas. I never pretend to know exactly what the fouls are or what they called for, because as far as I can tell, all basketball referees call it from the same place of reassured nonsense where all umpires and officials live in professional sports. First shot goes in. We have apparently a guaranteed two shot, as that was a shooting foul. And hello again, Tyler. There's Jaron Holmes at the line for Iowa State. Now about to take the second shot. It bounces, but finally falls. Iowa trying to put some full court pressure on Kansas, but they're able to slip out of it easily enough. Wilson will hand it off to number 0, signaling up from close to midcourt. Another near steal from Iowa State. 24 will get it to number 0 in the corner. He'll work his way to the foul line. Back out to the arc on the far side. Looking for Wilson, and he gets a charging foul on Wilson. Woo. Damn. And when even I could spot the charging foul getting called, you know it's bad. That's the first foul for Wilson, by the way. We're now at about 9:53 to go in the first half. This has been a fun one. Iowa State is doing a great deal to keep this game close. Oh, you got a player getting taped up for some blood loss. All right, nice. Fan-friggin-tastic. Iowa State will inbound from their own side. Getting played close by Kansas now. They wanted to protect that lead. Number 22 nearly finds some room on the outside. Tries to go underneath, but it's just a battle under the hoop that they cannot win. Kansas will have the ball back. They try to let him get comfortable with a soft double team. Wilson once again gets trapped outside of the arc. Number 15 trying to find a lane in, and he will get fouled. Oh, and we have Virginia and Clemson playing at 8:30 tonight. Nice. First shot goes down for Kansas. Increase the lead to 5. Currently at 9:13 to go in the first. 9:12, whatever. Pause buttons are imprecise. Misses the second one. Miami is currently winning 16-14, by the way. All right, we get the passy round the world, and a travel. Easy turnover. Oh. Oh, that was just painful to look at. All right, and Kansas will advance up the floor again. They're looking for 24, who will drive into the baseline, short side, back out to Wilson. His three goes off the back of the rim. Rebound recovered by Iowa State. And Otis Taylor dies at 80. And looks like we're going to get another turnover here. That's AHL, isn't it? True North, I thought I'd seen mention of that matchup happening on a few of the tickers. All right, now Ambica, all's well over here. You know, hopefully the free agent news has quieted down, and some great passing to lead to an uncontested dunk for Kansas. Increase their lead to 7, 25-18. Lipsy, that pass got deflected somehow, it looks like, and they're going to make some... Quick, they look for a foul, but hey. Those guys were stationary and not moving. You just tried to throw your body into them like a wrestling move. And also currently... Oh, Quebec Major Junior League. Okay. Wait, is that the Blackhawks and the Panthers you're referring to? True North? I am agog. Damn it, Florida. What are you doing? Are you really... they seem that fun to you to help Chicago ruin their tank? Oh, wow. No, it's been a fun couple of days just checking in on the different college tournaments. I've been lucky to catch some good games. You know, this one is staying rather close. You know, considering that Kansas is, I think, already picked in many people's bracket predictions to be a number 1 seed. Selection Sunday, I believe, is this Sunday, since the tournament does start on either Wednesday or Thursday next week. When does Selection Sunday start? Oh, it starts at 6 p.m. Oh, so... Without knowing it, I accidentally scheduled a hockey game that I wanted to keep track of during Selection Sunday. So, looks like we're going to have a lot to cover on Sunday night as well, folks. I could pretend that was some great forward thinking on my part, but no. Yeah, well, I think the Bears have already gone through what the Blackhawks are currently doing, which is admitting we got to restart, tear things down, bring it back up. So, yeah, they're both hurting right now. I think the Bears are about a year ahead of where the Blackhawks are as far as, you know, retooling themselves. Meanwhile, we have a Panthers penalty. Why would you give them... make it so easy for them? Why would you help? Don't help. Oh, Duke has taken the lead back from Miami. Now it's 29-24. 5 minutes to go in that first half. Meanwhile, they're focusing on... Marquette and UConn are tied at the half, 38 apiece. Northwestern is currently leading Penn State by 1 at halftime, 26-25, forgive me. Niagara and Iona are tied at 48 in the MAC tournament, in the MEAC. Howard still leading Maryland Eastern 43-36. Temple still lost. Ohio still lost. Arkansas still handling Texas A&M. 5 minutes to go in the first half there. 22-14 the score. And that's really about it. Memphis and UCF are kind of appear to be deadlocked in a stalemate right now. And meanwhile, looks like we had another foul of some kind. Yep. It's another foul on Iowa State. Puts them up to 5. So we're not embarrassed bonus territory yet. And did they just get their 6th foul? Did they just get their 6th foul? Yep, and it's the same dude. Kunk. K-U-N-C. That is an unfortunate last name. Already has 0 points and 3 fouls. So now Iowa State is up to 6, and it's only one more before Kansas gets into bonus territory. Oh, and now we have another foul on the other end. It's like we never stop. There'll be a second on McCullough there. All right. Iowa State trying to look underneath on the rebound. Will have to settle for the baseline. A contested shot from inside the arc, easily rebounded by Wilson. Seven-point lead. They're trying to increase that. Jay Rice, the corner shot will not go. And number 4 will draw the foul as a whole bunch of maroon jerseys came in to defend on that one. But now, that is Iowa State's 7th foul. And I believe that puts them into the bonus. Drains both of them. Oh, I was right. Iowa State does have the possession arrow. I'm keeping track of things. And we get another offensive foul on Kansas. Wow. Now they are up to 6, and that is all the fouls they can give before Iowa State starts getting bonuses. They've been able to keep the foul trouble at bay for a little while, but now it's about to rear its head. Meanwhile, Panthers have gotten another penalty. Now they're back at full strength. No scorers, apparently. Yeah, they did, but I try not to think about it, MKI. It just makes me sad. And Chicago gets another goal at full strength. Yeah. Yep. Easy in for the Jayhawks, who will take their time and just sail some passes down. They're giving a lot of space to Wilson on the far side of the arc as he works down toward the baseline. They fool them with movement inside for Wilson to give number 4 a shot out from along the side of the hoop, but the rebound goes to Iowa State, and now they are back down the floor. Testing the boundaries, looking for inside help for number 21, who gets a shot over Wilson's head. Oh, yeah, he doesn't want to get in foul trouble. That's a good point. Announcers, thank you for that insight. Get a screen against number 0 as he's guarding. Yesufu's number 3-pointer is no good. Right back in the hands of the Cyclones. Have a charge in from the other side. Does not result in a foul, but kick out for a 3 makes it a 4-point. All right, initial screen for number 3. A step-up jumper from halfway past the foul line will get the Kansas Jayhawks back up by 6, currently at about 4:47 to go. Iowa State challenging the inside again. They're going to feed it over the head to number 21, who gets the ball stolen away from him by number 4 from the Jayhawks. Great pass, fade up to number 3. They call the foul. Dang. Yeah, Blackhawks fans don't know if they want to cheer or boo. I'm not sure. I expect... there are some people that expect to still be Blackhawks fans. Those are the ones who never say die and won't give a damn what the team does. But, yeah. We'll just leave it at that. All right, we're not quite at bonus plus territory yet. And that first shot did not fall. DeJuan Harris Jr. taking his second shot at the line, and that one doesn't fall either. Oh man. Hate everybody who just stumbled in here by accident. We're keeping track of Kansas, Iowa State right now, and a whole bunch of other games, because there's all sorts of college basketball going on. And now we have an offensive foul on Iowa State. Yeah. That is their 9th foul of the game, and I think that might put them in bonus plus territory. Yep, that puts them in bonus plus. Whew. Oh boy, now they're double teaming Wilson. And they take it away with a shot clock violation. Nice defense there by Iowa State. Oh, someone just took a timeout. I have no idea who. But right around 3:56 to go, under 4 minutes either way. And Iowa State is very much determined not to get left behind in this game. It is fun to watch. I hope the night's been going well for all of you, regardless of, where your team loyalties lie. There's probably been enough for everybody to be entertained by something that has happened today. Maybe the NFC South teams have had to take a second look at how this season will be going for them, considering the Panthers made the moves that they did. But, once again, we won't know for sure, nothing for sure, until the start of the season. It's all just a bunch of guesswork at this point. And I'm also assuming that the reason, because I've noticed the time, 6:45, which means that Grassi's Q&A has started. So I'm just assuming that everybody is over there right now. But I know some of you probably just listening to keep up on the other scores and stuff, so we will do that as best we can. Let me bring up, while I'm thinking of it, the NHL scores just to be on top of that as well. Oh, okay, yep. End of the first. Still the only game going on. Blackhawks and Panthers, 2-0. I gotta imagine there's at least one NBA game going on right now. Oh, there are a couple. And they happen to be the Trailblazers and the 76ers. Blazers up on top right now in the second quarter, 47-34, 9:24 to go in the half there. Meanwhile, the Wizards are beating the Hawks 35-33, just under 7 minutes to go in the half in that game. You also got the Nets Timberwolves starting up at 7 o'clock, along with Nuggets, Spurs, and Cavaliers Heat. And those we'll try to keep track of as best we can for all of you who can't exactly look at your phone at the moment, but are willing to take the word of advice of a guy operating out of his home in Assumption, Illinois. Because let's be honest, it's not that funny or entertaining to lie about sports news to people anymore. It's just really not. Yeah, the Chicago Bears, they are in a different position than a lot of us have seen in a long time, Tyler, because it always felt for so many years that the Bears would emphasize being a physical, defensively minded team. Every once in a while, they would pick up a quarterback who could make a big splash, apparently, but they never seemed to get them the right weapons or support. They just assumed that it would be a natural fit, and now something feels different. You know, for them changing the plays to accommodate Fields' playing style. Damn. Ball out of bounds, Iowa State ball. 3:15 to go. Yeah. To getting DJ Moore as part of that trade when they traded the number 1 pick to Carolina. It feels like they're doing things differently this time. Oh, a nice pretty shout. Rims out. Off the back of the rim. My bad. Meanwhile, number 1 tries to charge in. We'll have to throw it off to 0. Back to number 24 outside the arc, who cut to the inside. Get a couple of swipes and have to throw it outside the arc to number 10. Back to number 24, who dumps out to 1 outside the arc for a 3, which does not fall. Easy rebound by number 4. Iowa State just standing in place there. I think they were expecting to get a shot clock violation or something. And now they're trying to trap number 4 in the baseline. He throws it around a player's back to get out to number 24. Wilson now has to step back and do another one of his magic threes. But it does not fall, and they managed to take a whole shitload of time off the clock. That's about it. A whole bunch of discombobulation, which leads to an easy 2 for Iowa. Back within 4 now. Hot take from True North: defenses no longer win championships in the NFL. Is that, No, that looks like a timeout for Kansas. All right, so they still have 3. Hot take number 2: running the ball is important, but only if you have deep ball threats. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the nature of the game, isn't it? Is that ideally having a strength in one area of your game opens up opportunities for other areas of your offense to thrive, because they'll be focusing on, what they deem as the major threat, and hoping that you can't do anything with the, forgive my bad musical pun here, minor threat. But you still have to pay attention to it. It's not, I wouldn't say that it's going to win the championship, but it will keep you from losing if you're actually paying attention to your defense and trying to keep its strength at least mid-level in the league. An MKI, I could not attest whether it is the same in the NBA. I know very little about how play style of the NBA has evolved over the years, if at all. Great defense that leads to a missed layup by Wilson. Iowa State now taking it back down the court with 1:31 to go. Lipsy will try to do a high bank. Even the tip-in does not fall from number 24, and they'll try to skip ahead to leave a couple of defensive players behind for Iowa. A pass gets batted down, and it slows enough to allow Iowa State to get themselves recombobulated again. We are now close to a minute to go in the first half. Kansas up by 4. They'll throw it in underneath number 10, and yep, that's Wilson again. It's hiding at the top. As a timeout from Iowa State. And now they get in all of the commercials that they couldn't fit earlier in the half. You agree regarding the NBA? Yeah. Yeah. Well, also, it's incentivized the same way it is in the NFL. The scoring is considered more exciting than defensive battles. All right, officially 53.1. KJ Adams currently running 4 points, 3 assists on the night. Not a lot, but, productive and helping out. Yeah, that's also... I had also heard that, Tyler, that the Eagles have a lot of free agents and an easy turnover by Iowa State. A whole bunch of bounce passes to a great slam for number 24 Kansas. Gets the lead back up to 8 now for the Jayhawks. Again, some extra pressure from Kansas now. They're trying to get at least one shot off before the end of the half. And here it'll come from Wilson. A little too high. All right. All right, Kansas getting away a little bit, but Iowa State still fighting, still trying to keep themselves in this Big 12 tournament. Yeah. Oh, this was a fun one so far. But now that I think about it, I should probably put some music on and take a pause for the cause, because I think I've been going for a little while and it might do me some good to take a break. Yep. That sounds like a good plan if I ever heard one. So, finally, after a whole lot of talking and a decent first half from Kansas and Iowa State, it's 33-25, by the way. Another Stupid Sports Show. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a little bit to keep track of everything, or as much as we can. Help. Alright, and I guess we are back. The best I can tell you, True North, Monty appears to have accepted what is happening with the Vikings as best he can. Although for the past couple of nights when Angie has been crashing on the bed, she specifically has been sleeping on the Vikings blanket. I don't know if that means anything, but that's just kind of what's been happening. Not saying, just saying. I don't even bring up the Chargers around Angie anymore. It would just upset her. Oh. Oh, are we back already for this game? Damn. 15 points for Jalen Wilson in the first half. What is my favorite kind of soup? Well, I'm kind of a big fan of just about all kinds of soup. And there's a whole lot of soup that I haven't tried. So, nope, don't have a good answer to that question. No, onion soups are good. Yes, they are. Oh, Angie, you don't want to come up and join the conversation about soup? Oh. Yeah, I'm sure the claws will be angry. Very angry. Oh, on a side note, I do at some point in the future plan to play the Dark Souls game. Only because I found out that one of those games, apparently soup is a major item in it, and I'm just really looking forward to that. A good, strong, cheesy crock of French onion. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, damn, they have started the second half. Oh, I guess we gotta pay attention to that. Damn, and that three just airballs, and holy crap, Iowa State has pulled within 5. Oh yeah, go. A good broccoli soup is definitely underrated. Now he has to get it back out because he had to bobble that pass, and another one gets bobbled, but that's going to be a jump ball. And that will change the possession arrow. should also probably get that back to 0, get that back to 0. Damn, we've already got one foul for Kansas. My bad. And there might be a second coming. Damn. Oh, we're already getting active with the hack and slash. Oh yeah, the Chiefs are playing the Lions next season? Ooh, that should be fun. First shot gets made. Now 33-29. Okay. Well, in case any of you are staying up and are curious, the next one is Texas versus TCU. So, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think underrated but good. Oh, she would have been mad either way, but at least this time it'll be for a good reason. Now we have a steal by Iowa State. They could not control it all the way through. Looks like there's going to be another foul call during the scuffle for that rebound as well. Yep. All right. Oh yeah. This stream is going to end when the Iowa State Kansas game ends. If I get bored beforehand and the games all turn to mush, we'll end earlier. But probably when this one ends. And another 3 from Iowa State. And they have pulled within 1. Oh my. They started the half down 8. They are now down 1. Okay. So this just got more interesting. Bloody fantastic. Oh yeah, tomato basil. Haven't had that one in a while. Well, that's definitely going to happen tomorrow. That is on the list of things to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be packed as it is, but also I think we'll have to work some soup into there. Oh, we got excitement going on in the back. Sounds like my cats are chasing each other around, and there comes Monty, venturing dangerously close to territory that he knows is not his, at least in his mind. Yeah, go ahead, dude. I'll keep watch. Yeah. No, he's venturing back out into the darkness alone. And Panthers cannot score a goal still. No. Oh, damn. Northwestern only leading Penn State by 2 with 6:15 to go in their game. I wish there was a way to rapidly switch between 2 channels on this damn thing, but there isn't. And came in here strangely willingly. And then you realized how close you were and moved just out of arm's range. You are learning how to be a cat, Monty. Really? The Packers are leading the odds to land DeAndre Hopkins at plus 300. Nope, Monty. He made a rare trip in here, and I think might be chasing Angie around in the front room right now. So, yeah, good times. Cheddar cheese beer soup. Oh yeah, that sounds good, but it also sounds like a bypass is what it sounds like. Oh, they are 5-0. Iowa State is 5-0 in title games? Damn. I was not aware of that. So they're not screwing around. And they make them pay. That is another 3. Puts the Kansas lead back to 4. Now 36-32. All right. Help me pour the correct amount and not make a mess. All right. There we go. Oh yeah. Almost every soup benefits from some good bread. Oh, and Angie snuck in and sneaks back out just as I realize that her presence is there. Oh, bloody fantastic. All right, and that's another 2 from Kansas, and they are now up 38 to 35. Oh, that long 3 goes off the rim. They call the jump ball, and they'll swing the possession. Whew. All right, just to be exact right now, Iowa State does have a foul. I didn't see when it happened because I was concentrating on other things like the proper proportions. And, of course, discussion of soup. Oh, the hockey game is better than this one? I don't doubt it. Yeah, I saw that, Tyler. Yeah. No, it's always a shame. Honestly, I think the first one that's gonna really hit for me is Doug Williams. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback for Washington, an underdog story, had started his career with the Buccaneers when they were awful, and then got traction in the USFL and finally made a comeback in the NFL with a great performance. Yeah. It is still on my list of things to get. A custom Buccaneers jersey in the creamsicle colors with number 12 and Williams on it, because that is the only number 12 that will matter to me. Yep. Still dealing with left thigh strain. Doncic is out Saturday for the Grizzlies. Kyrie Irving questionable because of right foot soreness. All right. Now we know. All right. Let's see if there's anything else to update on. All right, in the third quarter, Hawks are up over the Wizards now, 62-61. Trailblazers lead the 76ers at halftime, 71-56. Cavaliers have an early lead over the Heat, 15-12. 6:22 to go in the first there. And the Timberwolves are on top of the Nets, 18-10, with 6:43 to go in the first quarter there. Nuggets are dominating the Spurs, 21-10. 5:23 to go in the first quarter of that game. Meanwhile, here in Kansas, it's still 38-35. I mean, I kind of believe Iowa State can win this game, but it's going to be a battle for them. An absolute battle. Ooh, Predators versus the Kraken. Enjoy. Robert Woods is signing with the Texans. 2-year, $15.25 million deal with $10 million fully guaranteed. Max value 17. Okay. Oh, hello, Angie. Have you come here to throw up on me? Because I'm kind of getting that vibe right now that you have leapt up here so you can throw up on as many things as possible. Is that what's going on? Oh, look, Iowa State's within one, but I think I have bigger problems at the moment with the potential of for somehow a very queasy looking cat. Only 5 minutes left in the second. And Kansas doesn't do anything. The Cyclones now have a chance to take the lead. Some great passing from underneath the basket out to the baseline again. And all for naught as Kansas gets that rebound. Oh, we are definitely not that far along yet. We've only got 14:45 to go in the second half. You sure you're not going to throw up on anything? Because if we got to, we can take care of that in the bathroom, where there isn't anything really bad. A run all the way down the court. And meanwhile, Wilson just loses control of the ball. And they can't even make that layup, but do get a foul called. Holy shit. What an exchange. Wilson just loses control of the ball like he forgets to grab it before he wants to make a pass and just bounces it behind him. Holy shit, that was hilarious. Oh, wow. It's like one of those moments where your body is just a half second behind what your brain wants to do, and now the Cyclones have tied. Prices range from $24 to $150. Not too bad. Considering. Yes. Angie is here. And for the first time, I think, all game, the Cyclones have the lead. Or at least for a good while now. Nope, that's their first lead tonight. Let me update, meanwhile, that Kansas currently has a foul count of 3. All right, first shot doesn't land. They do get the rebound. Shot doesn't drop, but second foul on Iowa State. Down to 14-03 to go in the second, and Jalen Wilson will be at the line. I believe shooting 2. First one goes in. We are tied again. They'll wait on that. And Jalen sinks the second free throw. Put Kansas back on top, 40-39. And now the Kansas fans getting up in their seats. Getting loud. Well, everybody is. I can see both the maroon and the blue representing fairly well in the stands. Oh, an ugly shot under contested, heavily contested. Not sure what he was thinking. I'm not looking to True North. I have already wasted too many years. I don't want to give any up to the double down. Meanwhile, Kansas gets an easy trip into the lane to increase their lead to 3. Compliments of Harris Jr. Yeah, the cheaper prices are the best thing that the weekday tickets have going for them, because it's difficult to travel. Okay, huh? Oh boy. All right, under 13 minutes now. Kansas looking to add to their lead. A dart underneath, but they end up having to get it back outside. Number 4 loses track of it, and it'll be as an easy turnover. Oh God, Chicago's on a power play. I would take it up with your local cable provider for a refund, True North. I cannot help in that respect. Oh, some lousy ball control, and his steal brings Wilson out, and number 4 can't hold on to it. He has to get forced back to the 3-point line, tries to drive in, but draws the foul as he does. That will be 2 shots on what will be now Iowa State's 3rd foul. Yeah. It's inevitable at this point. As Grady Dick at the line for Kansas. Dick hits the first. He certainly does. Dick hits the first. Think like Dick. Keep it simple. Yeah. All right, now back to a lead of 5. And a follow-up by number 24 to get the rebound, the shot off the foul, and it goes in. Oh boy. They're going nuts on the Iowa State bench right now. St. Patrick's Day is next Friday. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. That's the third foul for Jalen Wilson, by the way, who looks to be going to the bench. First shot does not fall. Alright, they finally decide on their... It looked like they wanted a charging foul. Instead, they will get an alley-oop served onto their heads. That was beautiful. I don't care who you are. Iowa State trying to recalibrate, but they get a steal! And there's a foul down there as well. Oh boy. Well, you know what that means, True North? I gotta add some songs. I gotta add some songs to this week's playlist. Because, I will be honest, it had completely slipped my mind that St. Patrick's Day was coming up. I'll be honest, it probably has something to do with the fact that the past couple of times that I drove for Lyft on St. Patrick's Day, it was less than fruitful. It wasn't even like during the dark times of the beginning of the pandemic. It was just not as many people being out and about for it. Like, they didn't give a shit. They were just trying to go through the rest of their day. I had one year where the only people I picked up, they all were just stone cold sober and avoiding all of the nonsense. But it does not mean that I will not get some music represented in there. Thank you for the reminder. And while I have a moment, end of the second, Chicago 2, Panthers nothing. Yeah, I know that this offseason hasn't been very fun for you Packers fans, but I just want you to know that when the Packers has done well, it has brought joy into my life. When Brett Favre won that Super Bowl for y'all with the help of Desmond Howard, MVP, I was cheering for you. Hell, a lot of people were. I remember being out at a movie theater in Bethesda that was showing the game on the big screen and, serving everybody wings and stuff. And the cheer for the Green Bay Packers winning was so huge. And one of the best memories I have from all of my relationships that didn't work out was getting my girlfriend to agree to watch the Super Bowl with me and us both cheering on the Green Bay Packers as they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, and us both celebrating the great performance by one linebacker, Zombo, for the Packers. And honestly, for as much as changed about how I view, my team and the sport now that I'm a Lions fan, I'm still happy when the Packers do well. And, no matter what happens with you all, I hope that the games with the Packers and watching them is always a fun time for everybody involved. All right, they got both the shots off of that foul. And Iowa State trying to work their way back in. Or stiffen them up at the 3-point line and have that bounce off the rim and be easily rebounded by Kansas. Oh, yeah. Alright, since I just ran into a wall. Loose ball. And yep. Because Kansas get the ball back with the possession arrow after a loose ball scramble under the hoop. Yeah, it is 3 years. What is time anymore? I gave up on trying to keep track. Inbounding is Kansas with a deflected pass that immediately gets whistled dead. Oh yeah, I know it. MKI? Does that count? Was that a shot clock violation or a foul? Okay, so the foul, if the foul is committed before it hits triple zeros, then it's a shot. It's a foul. Otherwise, it's a shot clock violation. I think that happened. They might have called that before. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's going to be called a foul because that shot clock finally buzzes so late. As soon as the referee's arm goes up, which usually happens as reactions are considered after the whistle. And it seems that his arm was already up when that buzzer went off. So, yeah. Dang. Oh, he got the 5K? Awesome. Glad we could help. Oh, damn. Iowa State gets the ball because during the play, one of the dudes stepped out of bounds. Oh, they never... And they're not even going to take a look at it. They're just going to go with the foul. This is the first one, though. He doesn't get the second one either. So Iowa State still only down by 7. They're trading it off at the top of the 3-point line. Now trying to work their way around the side into the lane. But a big support on the end with a jam to help in a layup that was teetering over the rim. Iowa State gets another 2. We are now at under 10 minutes to go in this game. For all of you who are here, whether you're in chat, lurking, whatever, thank you for being here. I hope your night is going well. And damn, Iowa State gets another turnover, an easy unforced turnover. After some ball control issues from Kansas during a drive to the lane. And once again, Iowa State can't grab the rebound. And Wilson will take it down the floor. Harris drives in and dumps it back out for number 4. Gets the foul and 1. Oh, that's Grady Dick, right? Yep, that's Grady Dick. Grady Dick getting the work in this game tonight. He'll only get the 1 shot. Will there be a 3-point play? Meanwhile, end of the second, Chicago 2, Florida nothing. What a shame. Now 51-43. Damn. Had the height for it, but just bounced in the wrong place and out into the hands of the Kansas Jayhawks. Now Kansas starting to take their time a little setting up plays because they know that the clock is on their side. We're under around 8.5 minutes to go, but there's a travel. An actual travel got called. Who would have thought, in this day and age, traveling called in a basketball game? Fantastic. And that jumper bounces out. Again, Wilson gets another rebound. Once again, taking their time, throwing it around the arc. Dick tries the 3. Rebound gathered up by Iowa State. Get an aggressive charge, and then 22 working his way in past Dick for an easy layup. All right, now Wilson trading the ball around the 3-point arc. 24th sends it out to 3. Fakes like he's going for the shot. And a great assist by Wilson after the first attempt was about to bounce out. Keeps Kansas in front 53-45. 19 points for Wilson so far tonight. And we are under 7 minutes to go. A nice hook from Iowa State inside the paint to put the deficit back down to 6. Harris with a nice hard drive in. Rebound grabbed by Wilson, and he got fouled as he went for that shot. So he'll be shooting 2. There we go. Wow. Well, all credit to Iowa State for this game. They have kept it close. I don't think Kansas has had a lead of more than 10 points in this game. And some great defensive moments by Iowa State when they were frustrating Kansas and getting some good turnovers, but it kind of just hasn't been enough so far. Well, great effort. They're in the game, but there's just too much of Wilson to handle, really. While we have this time, You're hoping for OT? What, in this game or in Chicago, Florida? Because one of those might be a little bit more likely than the other. Alright, end of the third quarter, Blazers are beating the 76ers 96 to 85. Hawks are still on top of the Wizards by 10 in the fourth. Timberwolves leading the Nets by 10 still in the second. And Cavaliers are down 4 to the Heat with 8:55 to go in the second quarter over there. Meanwhile, the Spurs have caught up and are now only within 5 of the Nuggets, 41 to 36, 8:33 left in the second quarter for them. Why not both? Oh, you isn't there like Bible verse after Bible verse like do not tempt the Lord with such requests and prophets? No, I don't know. Yeah. Hello, John. Hope the day's been treating you well. I have been enjoying myself. Taking in some fun sports moments and some not so fun sports moments. And I found out, John, that just in case the Golden Knights Blues game is a complete shit show, there will also be the selection for the NCAA tournament going on at the same time. So we'll get bailed out, at least for a little bit. And Marquette defeats UConn 70 to 68 in the Big East semifinal. Texas is next, right? They're playing TCU. That's their name, TCU. Hello. Oh, okay. And the women's field is also going to get revealed this weekend, I believe. Cool. No, we do, Logan. Well, yeah, basketball, but also finding out whether we can have, as glorious a team as Morehead State in the tournament, so I can have a funny name to root for. Easily stripped by Kansas there. And Yesufu off the glass. Great job with that. Over the wall of defenders for Iowa State. And Iowa State will call timeout. Wow. Whew. Oh, it is this weekend, the Battlehawks home opener. Who are they going to be playing? I know I think I'd seen a West Coast battle for the Seattle Sea Dragons, but I didn't see what time the Battlehawks were going to be playing. They're playing the Renegades. All right. Well, officially 5:57 to go in the game. Kansas now up by 10. Oh, nice job by Holmes getting in there, getting the basket, drawing the foul. Whew. How many fouls does... Oh, Kansas is at 5. I mean, I hope that the rest of this game isn't just foul ball, but I feel like this is that moment where it could turn into such. And he completes the three-point play. Iowa State now only down by 7 to Kansas. And we got a little bit of pressure by the Cyclones. Battlehawks are a combined 3-1 with that. Oh yeah, well Crocky, you're right. Crocky sucks forever. Oh wow, nice little floater to get Kansas back up to 9-point lead, 59 to 50. The clock ticking away. Oh, True North, you are strong. You are stronger than I am, because at least I could say Iowa State is keeping this interesting. It's just, you know, loose ball and a rebound comes in, but the pass gets deflected, eventually sent back to the outside. Well, there's a foul on the floor on Mr. Dick. All right, down to 4:41 officially to go in this one. Okay, so that's Iowa State gets 7 and Kansas has 6. Oh, never mind. It is up to 8 now. So Kansas is definitely in bonus territory. As is oh damn, and Kansas has already gotten that many. All right. All right. And Missouri held on to win between versus Tennessee SLU. Oh yeah, I saw that. Finished up just before this one. Tennessee looked like they were playing their hearts out too. So once again, Wilson with a rebound. And a great job of Wilson moving forward and not getting the charging foul on that play. Panthers have reached a power play in what, according to True North, is the worst game to have existed. And while Iowa State finally was able to control an offensive rebound, get a second attempt. But unfortunately, in their attempt to keep it passing and moving it, they step out of bounds and turn it over to the Jayhawks. Oh yeah. Yeah, Grady Dick is definitely grinding something in this game. What it is, I will leave to the experts to determine. They have far more of an analytical eye and can easily more decipher these things. It seems like a good time to remind you that Another Stupid Sports Show is brought to you by Vintner's Sweet Southern Heat Barbecue Chips. Oh, and Devin McCourty has announced their retirement. Nope, discovered that flavor when they were out of the salt and vinegar chips, and hey, now I've got some variety. Oh, funny bad, True North? Like how funny bad? Just are you waiting for like sticks to spontaneously break? For the referees to fall over constantly? Or just general incompetence all around? Michael, I have not tried the whole shebang chips. What does exactly that involve, being the whole shebang? Because for all of the interesting products that get marketed out here in the Midwest, I don't think I can recall seeing the whole shebang. Oh yeah, there it is again, that the Flyers have fired GM Chuck Fletcher. Oh, meanwhile, the Panthers have finally gotten a power play. Maybe they can make this a one-goal game, he said with a strange amount of hope. Why is Spider-Man dancing like a snake? Man, you fans are weird. Oh, and now the TCU Horned Frogs are warming up. Getting ready for this game to end. And we are very close, and the Iowa State pet band has cool gold hats. Nice. And once again, who else is a series of passes that leads to Grady Dick. And he dumps in a 3. Oh, at least they drew. Iowa State drew a foul on that shot. Oh, that put Kansas up to 8 fouls. Excuse me. Oh, actually made the first one. Nice to see. And the second. We get some substitutions in. Mr. Dick appears to be staying on the court for the moment. The Panthers fans are booing them on their power play. Oh. That's a sign that you need to leave, True North. It's, there's only so much that hate watching can do. This is just a drain on your energy at this point. Cut loose. Save yourself the pain. That's going to be a foul on Kalsher. Kansas is officially 1-1, but by now they have moved into the bonus. Not just that, bonus plus. Wow, double the shots and Chicago is still leading. Yeah, Yep, stop now. Save your brain the pain, man. It is not worth it at this point. They'll force a 3 from the outside. But a nice recovery, gets his rebound off his own shot and finally dumps another one in. Still, it's 2 minutes to go. And get Wilson, who will drive it in, quickly dump it off and back to the outside. And even after that punch out, it's still another foul. And now we enter the time of the hack and slash. My least favorite point of any basketball game. Yeah. No, I had such hope for the Panthers based on how they were playing earlier in the season. You know, they reminded me in a lot of ways of how the Hurricanes are playing now. And I mean that in the best way. And Holmes gets a jumper to add to things. 1:45 to go as we get... Oh, I assume that at least a couple of timeouts have been taken. Well, let's call it that much, maybe that much. We'll pretend it's been that much, and we'll pretend it's been that much too. Great, fantastic. Oh, there are all the Longhorns and Horned Frog fans already gathering in the arena. Some of them are aware of where they are, others probably not. They're already starting to hype up the players in the next game. That's how over they think this one is. I kind of don't blame them. Well, meanwhile, Cavaliers still leading the Heat by 3, 51-48. About a minute to go in the first half. Timberwolves still leading the Nets 66-60. Barely a minute to go in that first half, and the Nuggets Spurs first half is about to finish with the Spurs on top 66-65. Okay. They're able to get the nice inbound deep in the offensive zone, and so now they can take their time after making them run around and frustrating them even more. And yeah. Another foul. All right, Hawks still beating the Wizards 101-97, 4:28 to go. Their Blazers still on top of the 76ers 112-101, 5:25 left in the game for that contest. Kansas picks up their first foul shot because Iowa State has just decided to do the smart play, which is the painful play for all of us who are watching, because it just extends the game forever and ever. Oh my God, and as they recovered that ball, they travel. Ugh. Yeah, I am pretty comfortable calling this one. And now the noise begins as we are 1 minute to go. And a beautiful basket, even well defended by Iowa State. 35 seconds to go. It is 11 ahead, 11 more than the shot clock, and there's another foul on that attempted steal. Don't worry, we can still pile on some points at the end, folks. I believe that we can. Yep. Blackhawks and Panthers now tied at 2. Honestly, it would have to be Florida, Michael. I'm not going to stay for the Texas TCU. I did ass talk before this as well as this game, and it's been a long day. Let me see if I can find out what happened, because I am curious about what went down with Penn State and Northwestern. Oh my God, Penn State upset Northwestern 67-65. Oh, holy shit. All right, let me check the Big Ten bracket, because I got to find out what they're... Because I got to see who they're going to play next. All right, 23 Big Ten tournament. All right. All right. Okay. So, Penn State beat Northwestern. Oh, man. If Maryland wins, they could have to face Penn State, who beat them by 1 shot at the end of the regular season and forced them to play their first game in the second round instead of the quarterfinals for this tournament. This could get fun. Yeah. Yeah, Big Ten, lots of upsets. You know what? I don't think I can make it through an entire other game, but I am willing, in the name of solidarity, to support True North through his self-induced punishment with the Blackhawks and the Panthers. Yeah, I know they'll always steal bids. Even though, like I said, the Big Ten was decidedly mediocre as far as the competitiveness and spread among the teams. They're all just kind of, can be fun, but hiding major flaws. 9:32 remains in the third. All right. Don't worry, we will hopefully be catching up with you very shortly. Nope, that's showing Quebec Major Jr. One of these has got to be. No, I don't want Avengers Age of Ultron. How can you not be showing that? And Chicago is on the power play as 9:32 remains in the third. Bless it. Bless it. All right. They finally let me access the channel. All right, come on, Florida. Come on, Florida. Hold on through this power play. That centering pass will just bounce harmlessly out of the zone on its own. Yeah, this definitely feels like a time for a more sweet Southern heat barbecue. (12-2) this period. All right, let's just. Oh, that's simple. I can just do that. Oh, yeah. No, that's understandable, John. He completely whiffs on the one-timer, leads to an easy clear for the Panthers. Yes, there is bonus coverage underway. Because True North has decided to subject himself to this. We have decided that he shouldn't do it alone. Or at least I've decided he shouldn't do it alone. It's too dangerous. It'll be perilous to your mental health, and an easy wrister in that will get scooped up by the goalie and stop the clock at 7:24. Oh. No, that will be actually. All right. There we go. Now we are caught up again. And a one-timer from up the middle scores, and the Panthers take the lead. Oh, yeah, great. Is great play. Nice patience waiting for the opportunity to open up. That's Mrazek in goal for Chicago at the moment. Starinen, that's his third goal in the last 5 games. Don't feel obligated to hold on to that feeling, True North, but, maybe learn to accept it and learn from it and hopefully, prevent such things from happening in the future. Oh my God, 37-17 currently is the shots on goal. Florida very much in the lead. Cousins gets a short one off. It gets deflected away. Panthers able to keep it in the zone. Shot from the blue line gets blocked. Florida trying to control it behind the net, but the struggle continues and people are falling all over each other. Finally, Chicago is able to get out of their zone. And now we pause. For what? Why are we stopped? Wow. Wow. Hey. What do you fucking know? Let's at least make it look clean. Yeah. That'll be good. So now we can indicate definitively that Chicago is on the power play. Ah. Florida trying to get a shorthanded rush going, but the puck is a little bit too far. Chicago very quickly back into the zone, but cannot control the puck in the corner. And it will be flipped out immediately by the Panthers. Down to 1:15 to go in the power play. Panthers able to slow things down along the near side. Now we've got a battle going in the corner for the puck. Extra support coming in for the Panthers from the face-off circle. Will get sent back to the blue line. Blackhawks controlling again. Freed up along the far side boards and shot down the ice by the Panthers. Goalie helping corral it in. Mitchell will send it back. Finally, it would get brought in along the near side boards. However, they cannot keep it out of the corner once again. Can they save it along the far side? They can, but they immediately send it back along the near side. And so far, with 12 seconds to go, I don't think Chicago has gotten a single shot off in this power play. Radish back up top. And finally, something goes. That one got blocked. And now we got the equalizer coming in from the penalty box. It's 5-on-5 again. And now Panthers just desperate to get off the ice maybe for a change. They're going to fly over and try to recover this puck along the boards again, but Chicago keeps it in. There's a save by Bobrovsky, and we got a tickle fight developing. Yep, we got tickle fight, folks. You hear that, Angie? We got tickle fight. Angie cares not for the tickle fight. All right, how is this one going to shake out? So I did not get a good view at who started the tickle fight. A nice kick out there. But now we have our mandated break. You see, this wasn't such a bad game. True North, all you need is some friends to join in the watching. I don't know. I don't even know how many people are still here. And at this point, I kind of don't care. Do I make another drink? No, I kind of have to be up in the morning. I've decided to do several stupid things tomorrow, and one of them involves actually waking up and being coherent at a reasonable time. Oh, man. What a night. Most entertaining games, but it has been much alleviated as we've bounced from focus to focus, from sport to sport. Wish I'd watched Northwestern versus Penn State instead. I'm sure it would have been an ugly, ugly game, but hey, stayed close until the end. And those are always the most fun. Looks like I'm going to be leaving the TV on to see who Penn State is going to play in their semifinal match. So once again, the grind never ends. And with that, the puck gets sent down into the Blackhawks' end yet again. And as soon as I start the timer, the puck gets sent out of play and they have to stop it again. I really hate the fact that they figured out how to get advertisements in every time there's a stoppage in play with these like split screen advertisements. I am very sorry. I just got an awful, terrible idea. I apologize in advance. Alright, just like that, we get another stop at 2:42. Nobody scored again, but at this point, I feel like we may have gotten all the scoring that we possibly can, unless somebody decides to do an empty net. MKI really needs a tie for whatever reason. A decent effort to try to split between two defensemen, but it just ends up with Chicago having to regroup in their own end, and they already have an empty net. Okay. So, yeah, Chicago's still technically on the power play. That puck gets bounced down into the other end quite quickly. Oh, man. Close to 2 minutes to go, and that burst up the middle gets swatted away by the Panthers. Bennett racing for the puck down the other end, can't gather it in. The Blackhawks do finally gather it out from the swarm of Panthers that came down the ice, hoping for a good shot at an empty net goal. Hawks get their change done. Finally get across the middle line, but have to dump it in. Do gain control for a moment along the far side boards. But Florida is just too and just like that, they pass it out of the offensive zone on their own accord. 1 minute now, 1 minute to go in the period. The extra cheers coming up now. Chicago working it around the perimeter, looking for one little opportunity, and it scores! Oh my God! The tie game now. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, what have we done? What have we done? What dark madness have we created? Gutman gets his 4th goal of the season. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, 44 seconds officially to go in this game. We're back to 5-on-5. Or in regulation, forgive me. Yeah, the Hawks are playing for a point. Alright, Florida is attempting to make a charge down. But there is no call as that player ends up sliding to his knees, and the Blackhawks try to come back up the ice, but are immediately cornered. Trying to interfere. One last dump in from the Panthers to attempt to get something in these last 12 seconds. Centering pass goes into a flock of Blackhawk players. They're not able to win the puck battle along the boards. Centering pass gets deflected. Oh, and a couple of saves at the end. Send us into overtime. Yeah. Yeah, I saw Robert Woods is finally going to go somewhere where he might actually get paid attention to. You know what? If we're going to do this, we are going to need a... we are truly going to need a pause for the cause. Because I'm going to have to mentally prepare myself to deal with this overtime. Another stupid sports show, for some reason, will continue after this. Alright, we are officially back, folks, and overtime has just started. So we got 3-on-3 going. Chicago is 7 points behind the Coyotes. Well, bless their hearts, they're trying anyway. I'm guessing this is all like competing for roster spots. However, it gets stolen away in the transition behind the goal, and the Panthers will take it back. And the first offensive possession, handed off to Verhaeghe, looking for a moment from the face-off circle, is not able to find it, and they have to bring it back out into their own zone. Down, getting close to 4 minutes to go in overtime. And they will take it back even further to get some line change work going. We'll nudge the puck ahead. It gets covered up. 3:53 officially to go. Come on, one of you guys can knock one in. One of you has to. I mean, 40 shots by the Panthers so far in this game. And Columbus has 47. Oh, poor Columbus, how they have fallen. Unfortunately, the Blackhawks win that face-off in their end. So will they control the puck up the ice? No, it will get stolen by the Panthers. Centering pass unfortunately gets whiffed on a couple of times, but they're able to gain control of it again, only for it to get intercepted along the boards. Now we have a nice battle going on behind the trapezoid for the puck. Gets sent back to number 9, but he slips. And now we have a 2-on-1 developing for the Blackhawks. And a shot is saved. Bennett shot gets deflected to the back glass. Blackhawks just trying to get it out of their own end. And they have succeeded. And we have a little bit of daylight for this Blackhawk whose shot will get deflected by the leg pad. Bringing it back up the edge is number 23. That one gets snatched right out of the air. 2:38 to go in overtime. Shots now 42-24 in favor of the Panthers. Oh. Yeah, I know, Angie. How dare I disrupt your complicated and ongoing cleaning process. We had a ref fall? All right. Well, we got something. Only one into the corner. They aren't able to control it, however, so they'll have to regroup back up near the blue line. Through the legs to Barkov. They cannot get a good angle from the side. We'll have to recover it along the boards. Holy shit! A fantastic backhand goal by the Panthers! I gotta get a better look at this. Holy shit! Alright. Yep, just underneath before Mrazek gets the pads fully down. Right through the 5-hole. That is a nice play to end a game. I know it doesn't make up for watching the entire thing, True North, but maybe something to build upon for the future. Oh. Hawks get a point, but the Panthers do get the overtime win. And with that, finally, folks, we will end another stupid sports show. Hey, don't feel bad for the Blackhawks. They know what they do, and all they do is dumb. Alright, thanks everybody who's been here, however long it's been, for either Ass Talk or another stupid sports show. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Oilers versus the Leafs. Hockey night in Canada. What else can you ask for? I'm Jim B. This is 1069 Click FM. Good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.